back home, be on mine. I want Bagi bang bang bang. Yo guys, udah selesai anjing gimana tuh?
怎么能不能？一切会好的，一切都去吧，你就得上当。既然没办法，还恨他干嘛？还管他干嘛？心里要记得。你是那个那个那个那个那个那个那个那个那个那个。
Alamak nih, lagu kopek dah ya. Alamak nih, lagu kopek dah ya. Kalau ada mediashare 10.000 aku cium lagi. Emang jejak jejak. Nyandang sekalian. Bagi matiin cok.
these the ruins the knave was talking about? Oh, talk about old.
They seem to be pretty ancient, all right.
Let's go in and have a look.
Just be careful.
Alah, ya lagi kelut. Wes, saganya lah langsung deh. Oh, mau betul ni.
Gather! Order guide you!
No, my sword! Rain outlines your fate. Ring it! Quietly now. Gotcha!
Sampai kau pengbalapan lagi apa lah? Oh ya goblok.
Here isn't safe.
How was I
Stabilize!
busted? Quietly now.
Soalnya kau udah.
This place has also been contaminated.
Yeah. And a lot of it, too. A Fontanian would most likely dissolve the moment that...
Right. You can't go down if there's primordial seawater. It's too dangerous and it won't be any help for you. Don't get I'm wrong. We're not...
No, you're right. I can't do anything in this...
Apa coba kau menjawab pertanyaan, Cok? Jangan Cok privasi,
That
Cok.
complicates things. Maybe
In that case, do you...
the water... I'll go together with you. Perhaps we'll find the exit.
All right.
Macam.
Oh no, it's a dead end. Let's try climbing over from the side.
Wait! There's something wrong with this bridge!
Ya, Mas.
Demoiselle, what are you doing here by yourself? Would you be...
Maybe she just wants some time.
Oh. Was that...
Yes, it would...
I must be...
That's quite possible.
Oh. Right. Whew. It must have... This is a familiar feeling.
Is something the matter, Demoiselle?
Oh, no. I was just trying...
Do you remember?
We were headed to...
Right.
Oh, Miss Navia. Ah, Mr. Malus. And Mr. Silver, too. It's good to see all of you.
How have you been?
I've been great. Thanks to your help, those bothersome merchants finally realized that I wasn't the one they were looking for. Why, I wasn't even the guarantor for that person. They were knocking at my door day and night. Even my neighbor, Obina, was getting fed up with them.
Sometimes force is required to calm someone down and get them to listen to what you have to say.
That's right. Oh, by the way, Burnett, what was it that you wanted to give to Miss Navia again?
Oh, yes. One moment, I have it right here. Miss Navia, these are some flower seeds that I prepared. Please take them. They're a very good variety, and they'll become very big and beautiful once they bloom. I don't know what we would have done without your help, so this is a little...
Did you cultivate?
Why, we can have as many pots as you'd like, demoiselle.
Perfect. In that case, we'll swap out some of the decorative plants for...
Very well.
Wait. Excuse me, madam.
That's right.
No, it's nothing. This is the first... I've heard this name before. And why are there so few people around here?
We must mind the time, demoiselle.
We do?
Well, now, did
Miss Navia, here you are. I've been
My trial?
Yes, she's right, demoiselle. It's just about...
Oh? All right then.
Look, it's Navia. She's here.
And her two attendants are with her.
Loh, yang mau sibuk lagi.
Goodness. Everyone's finally here.
There sure are a lot of people here to see the trial. And they all seem to be oddly... Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essa. Why are so many people here? And as for the judge... Huh?
please sit in the defendant's
Halo bang,
seat?
halo FBI.
Don't worry, Silver and I shall accompany you.
All right. But are you sure you can stand behind me?
Typically, it wouldn't be allowed.
Hey, what kind of place do they think this is?
Come on. Do they have any idea what...
Enough with the whispering! Could someone please tell me?
My dear Miss Navia, have you not yet... As all here know, you are Master Callus after you took over the Not only you, but your...
What?
Yes, correct. We are one big family. Therefore, this Ah, well.
How wonderful, Miss Navia!
I know all
Cek
these
WA
people.
aku sih.
Why are they laughing?
I seem to remember now. Yes, I get it. This trial is...
Wait just a moment. This isn't right!
Malus?
What was that, Mr. Malus?
Oh, gue
Our
racing.
conclusion is
Apa
very
lagi, Sob?
clear and unanimous. Let the court judge her now. She's guilty.
Stay here, Navia! You're one of us!
Demoiselle, don't admit guilt. This trial means to keep you here forever.
I wish to exercise my right to defend Our Lady. Mr. Swanville, you only know of Navia's goodness, but nothing of her utterly independent mind.
She was born a free and...
Her actions cannot... Please do not
Really? As an individual, you say? Don't forget, we are all Fontanians here. Even if Miss Navia only everything is... Now I speak for everyone. Our opinion is consistent. Navia should stay. We and Navia are one.
And you would call this justice? Preposterous. You are merely jealous that Demoiselle still has a chance to exist as an individual. Have you forgotten how much you all once longed to become individuals, to become independent?
Do you mean to defy our justice?
If your justice is flawed, then why should we acknowledge it?
As you said, we can also have our own justice. Silver and I shall defend Demoiselle. And that is how we will enforce justice.
มือขึ้นกลัวไหม
My head. It hurts.
Demoiselle,
Silver, it hurts. My head is spinning. All I can
I
see
didn't
is stars
get the
swirling in front of me. I remember now. Everything that seemed odd from Karina, Desiree, Joyville, Jolien, Essen, and Mr. Giverny and Mrs. Burnett, who we met earlier. Even Malus and Silver. I don't want to admit it, but they're all dead.
don't be afraid. And don't admit guilt.
Absurd! Who are you to say that she cannot be judged? Don't let them escape! We shall keep Navia here!
Mr. Malus and Mr. Silver, must you be so stubborn? How could the two of you possibly hope to stand against the collective? Do not resist. This judgment is fair and just. Navia belongs to us. After all that happened, she should not be left alone in Poisson.
What are you saying?
No more excuses!
She says we're jealous. Jealous? Huh. How could she possibly be?
What's with these people?
Who's jealous of her?
She belongs to us.
Miss Navia.
Silence.
โอ้
That's...
Monsieur Neuvillette!
Such commotion is prohibited in the court. The accusations you just presented are nonsense and cannot. The court will adjourn for the rest of the day.
Our thanks, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Please leave with me, Miss Navia.
But
Go on now, Demoiselle. This is your only chance to leave this place.
Malus.
My apologies. I couldn't resist making one little joke once I realized that this shall be our last goodbye.
Malus, Silver.
Quickly, you must come now.
Goodbye, Demoiselle.
Farewell.
ยากมากเกียร์จริง
No, wait! Just a second!
Hey, Navia?
You're awake. Good.
I must have been dreaming. Malus and Silver were still alive, and they were...
It looks like you're all right.
Did all the sad feelings cause you to have a nightmare?
The ruins you were exploring suffered a cave-in. When I arrived, I found you falling toward the water. You were just about to be dissolved within, but I think I saw two Oceanids protecting you. It was only for a moment, perhaps even a fraction of a second. Were it not for their intervention, I would...
Wait, did you say Oceanids? You mean like what happened with Vache?
Perhaps those two Oceanids were the people you saw in your dream.
I always told them that they didn't have to protect me. To think that they'd keep...
Please come with me.
Neuvillette, are you okay?
Oh, I am quite all right. Perhaps there's...
Why do you look so... Oh, hi, my nose. You're the Titans here.
I merely thought that we should give Navia some time to herself.
Huh? Why didn't you just say so?
I suppose... Ah, Sigewin. I hope all is well with her these days. Her work in the fortress of Meropide has not
โอ้
been too
โห
much for her, has it?
เด้องง
No way. Don't worry. She's doing fine down there. She...
I see. Well, that is good. I have always worried that Sigewin would...
Oh, and the Duke also says hi.
Thank you. I have indeed...
He still doesn't know what to talk about. Let's chat about something else then. So, Neuvillette, you're probably quite the swimmer, huh?
Yes, of course.
This isn't going
Yes, in fact. I had arranged to meet you in Poisson, but when I arrived, I discovered that the Fatui were helping the residents evacuate. Amid my astonishment, I ran into them.
Yeah, we originally planned to...
I'm sorry to have kept you all waiting like that. I'm feeling much better now. I guess we should get going again. Will you come with us, Monsieur Neuvillette?
Yes, if you wouldn't mind my company.
All right! Another one's good for the party! Let's get going then! Higher, higher, hands on fire!
Aduh, saya cepet nih. Yuk.
Oh no! Another unstable path! Watch your step!
Ngop. Aman.
Watch out! There are rocks falling over here!
Busted. This is order.
Oh, cepet nih. Ngop. On.
But the truth is still unknown.
Hai, chó.
Go! We're almost at the top! Keep it up!
Stabilize.
Gotcha. Rain cutter. Rain outlines your... Take it easy.
Lama, galera.
Gather. I will have order.
Things are about to get dicey.
Time to go!
Busted.
Keren tuh. Gue gak main gameplay at gue nungguin loh. Ngecok, gue selesaiin dulu lah. Bukan gue lama. Gak lah belas pak. Selesaiin konten dulu baru gue ngecok. Oke, welcome ya.
Looks like we've reached the end.
This is the place. There should not be any other hidden spaces.
The path sure had some twists and turns, but it turns out that this place isn't actually that big.
Game si kekek. Apa nih si kekek?
Stone slates. It seems like they were...
Perhaps we should just leave them be.
There are 4 locations in total, but only 3 stone slates. The slate that
The surrounding walls also show signs of.
There's something written
Kaya
below.
ko bilang
What Paimon?
iya yung bisyo bang.
It feels like someone left these slates and these words here for a purpose. But does he mean that Fontaine should be destroyed?
That would fit the circumstances dictated by the prophecy, yes.
There's a person kneeling here. She seems so dedicated.
Oh,
And there's a whole bunch of other.
And is that Lady Farina in the 3rd image? Did the Hydro Archon fall in
And is that a ring of people around?
the 4th image? I know this one. This
The people will all be dissolved into the waters, and only the Hydro Archon will remain, weeping up.
Yung mo, lago pa lagi, gila eh.
More information should be hidden in these slates, but I fear I cannot easily uncover it, most likely due to us missing the first slate. I am very sorry.
Don't blame yourself, Monsieur Neuvillette.
Ooh, Paimon's getting the chills just look. This says that it's the history of the future, right?
I really
gawa ko
hope
po
it
siya
doesn't
ng
mean.
tapos na siya.
Hell, Paimon feels like these.
That's right! If the images are in chronological order, shouldn't the 4th, the waters drowning Fontaine, come before the 3rd?
And yet the order is reversed here.
If we go by timing, Lady Farina only emerges in the 3rd image. That
Egeria, then. I had never met her. The previous Archon kneeling before the floating island in the sky.
did she herself commit that sin? Also, I'm still wondering why.
But who would have creeped?
It seems that any further clues will have to come from Farina.
In that case, there's no time to lose. There's no.
Yeah, we better get somewhere safe for now.
Let's split up here. I'm going to check on what's happening.
You still haven't.
Just head.
I'll depart as well. Thanks
Yeah,
for your
I'm
hard
out
work today. Traveler, I will go talk to Farina tomorrow. I'm sure that you're concerned about this matter as well. If you have time, drop by my office.
Are you really gonna?
She has long.
All right.
I will be carefully.
Traveler, Paimon. Our safe house at the Fleuve Cendre is always. Alright. I'll be on.
Ang bagay sa Sanjay.
We're finally back.
Welcome back. We've got a special menu prepared.
Yay! And there's good food. Ooh, desserts. Paimon's already starting.
Oh, that voice. Is that who I think?
Ah, loko aga maumulahin na.
It's you two. What are you doing in
Ya lu ngapain ya Fontaine? Ini bawa gameplay apa kali?
Seriously, nobody just uses a scry glass whenever.
Still, we didn't expect it.
Well, I have some business to attend to. Why did you think I was from Fontaine, though? Is that because Magistus doesn't sound much like a Mondstadt surname?
Yeah, let's go.
Well, I used to have my own surname, which was, well, some other. There was nothing for it, really. Nope. Although it is used by
wow, so good.
Imagine including a boast.
I reckon so. In any case, I'd give my disciple a name like this as well, if Astromancer Barbeloth Trismegistus.
Whoa, that's
My name means...
thrice as great.
I know, right?
Talk about obsessive.
Magistus is thus the calling card of our school, so to speak.
This sounds terrible. But anyway, you're not
Well, I was born in Mondstadt, yes. My
Oh, that's a good thing then.
Speaking of that, I'm sure you're aware that a bunch of things have happened here in Fontaine, right? There's something ominous about it. Well, the water, I mean. That was the main reason, yes. Just a while, the invitation was sent quite early on.
What do you make of that prophecy, Mona? Just tell us what you think as an
What I can tell you is that I'm an astrologist, and that this prophecy concerns the fate of Fontaine. I'm afraid that this is not something that just anyone can do. If I could do it, you would no longer call me an astrologist. But on the flip side, the prophecy is so huge and powerful that it must surely come from a
visionary? Sounds really powerful and all, but does such a person really exist?
Of course. The old hag could do it, and I bet there are others amongst those hexens are... Are you...
Thanks, Mona! You're amazing as always!
Oh, well...
That's the greatest...
Indeed.
Oh, sorry. I came to see what all the commotion was about. If there's anything you need...
Oh, whoops. Guess we were getting a little too carried away there. Well, I'll go tend to my own business now. If I receive any news, I'll be sure to...
And there she goes, quick as rushing water. And here we are with the Spina guy giving us... If Paimon hadn't spoken for you, it'd be you getting all the weird bugs! The things Paimon does for you!
Nah, ini kan enggak loh.
That's more like it. Good morning. To be honest, I'm still feeling kind of sleepy. But it's time to get up, traveler. We agreed to go see Neuvillette.
Kapan selesainya anjing?
You're here! Monsieur Neuvillette and Lady Farina, they seem...
Like I said, I've already explained everything.
And yet the problem has not been properly solved. There is little space for excuses between us. It is not my intention to offend you, but please, tell me where you stand. You are the Hydro Archon Focalor, are you not? Look at this. This is a list of the victims from the recent Poisson incident.
You mean... they're all...
We did not arrive in time to avert this disaster, and I will not have it happen again. I will say this once more. You must tell me everything you know. Yesterday, I found 3 stone slates in some ancient ruins near Poisson. Do you know anything about...
Seriously? You're questioning me like this is a court case now. I don't know anything about that. But you found them in some ancient ruins, you say?
That's correct, which is why I came to ask you some questions. The second of these slates depicts the previous Hydro Archon Egeria kneeling before a floating...
I don't. I've never seen such slates.
I'll ask you again. Do you really have no information regarding the previous Archon? My deciphering of the slates indicates that the Hydro Archon Egeria once had to confess to...
All gods don't have the same secrets, you know. She was herself and I'm me. I understand your concerns, but I'm sorry. I just don't have anything to tell you.
Forgive me for saying this now, Lady Farina, but I have long known of your various secrets. There are several indications that you have been investigating. This is not strange in itself, considering that you are the Hydro Archon. But it is strange that you should also claim to not know any of Egeria's secrets. You have never been as superficial as you have presented yourself to be. Nor...
So you've been watching me all this time, have you? Well, since you know about there's no point questioning or suspecting me. You're the Eudix, but you're still my subordinate. Just trust in me. You're Archon. That's all I have to say. We do not discuss the... Oh! The opera's...
Did Farina not notice us standing by the door? Wonder...
I assume you've been outside for a while now?
Oh! You noticed!
She was in a great panic, though I cannot discern the reason. Our discussion reached impasses time and again. Still, I do not understand. Everyone in her inner circle. We may have to create a situation.
Oh? What?
Normally, people will only reveal the truth when standing trial. Perhaps we must have the Hydro.
But Farina's seen so many traps.
We will need to consider this If at all possible, I would prefer to This may be cruel to her, but all Fontaine is in... But who will then...
Well, that's everyone, huh? Speaking of which, it was pretty smart of you to think of hiding here.
Marcel was just involved in a disaster, so it's presently devoid of people.
And here you are drinking tea like it's the most natural...
That's what families should do.
It's nice to enjoy tea here, you know? Care for a cup?
Lend me your ears, everyone. Or perhaps one of you might like to start us off. How about you, friend?
Me? No, I don't think I can.
Then, how about you, good sir?
I fear that I will cause the mood on this boat to become as somber as it is in court.
Well then, I guess we're lucky we've got a local like me to organize things. Wonderful,
That was a little long-winded, don't you think?
Oh, you might be right. Anyway, to cut to the chase, our friend here, the Traveler, has brought us together to discuss something. As for what that is, well, let's start by saying that we'll be pooling our efforts together to create a series of traps.
Oh?
Well, it's just an expression, really.
Huh? Didn't you say that...
Oh, come now. Your work doesn't involve much public speaking, right? This is a good chance to practice. You might even pick up some fancy oratory tricks to impress your boss with in the future.
I see. And what does my boss say?
He is glad that you consider him your boss. Do go on.
In that case, do any of you have experience hunting?
Not that I recall.
Fremine and I once used a wooden stick in a basket to catch wild rabbits when we were younger.
I've also gone down.
I'm afraid not. You may or may not have heard, but Fontaine once played host to a group known as the Marechaussee Hunters. Though that was their name, they did not hunt animals, but rather various monsters left behind by the ancient dynasty of King Remus. Today, Fontaine's monster population has already thinned greatly, so the hunters have blended back into society, taking up arms in other lines of work. They even left a trap comprises of the following components: bait, a trigger, and a containment device. Sometimes a lethal implement will also be necessary to deal with the prey. So, if we were to build a trap together, right now, what would you choose to build it with?
For me, I would prefer something basket-shaped. Pigeons and rabbits will see the bait and naturally enter the snare. Our line of work requires a deft hand, and we're some of the best in the industry, so you can count on our techniques.
You used some of those techniques while moving the people of Poisson, didn't you? My subordinates mentioned that you even performed some magic for the bawling children.
Yes, and I even managed to gather some intelligence in the meantime. I'm quite the multitasker if I do say so myself.
I'm afraid I can't claim that as my strong suit.
Calm and steady. Exactly the kind of person who would catch loads of fish.
And I can be their assistant.
With discretion, I'm sure.
I'd probably use some sort of mechanical animal. Papa once bought... I remember that you liked those too, didn't you?
I did. And that would be a good way to go about it. If they're realistic enough, animals of the same kind...
What about you, Monsieur Neuvillette?
That makes sense. But I do have one more question for you, Monsieur. If we were to create a trap now, how would you...
I would like for it to be effective, but bring no harm to the prey.
Kind, as always. However, our intention doesn't necessarily change the containment device and the type of implement we need. If we wanted to kill the prey in one strike, we would need a powerful implement. However, that also goes for prey that must be captured and...
Wait, why is that?
Only a hunter who's a...
If our means of capturing and dealing with our prey is to put them on trial, then the hunting metaphor is... But we shall require much more courage than any hunter to judge a god, being whose seat is an exalted throne.
Oh, so that's what's going on. Sounds very interesting.
Navigating the world is a whole lot easier with a few different identities to choose from. Need me to come up with some for you?
Want to outrun the law, you need to know how
Whew. It's been a tough few days, hasn't it? Paimon thought they'd be at least a little frightened. Well, Fremine was, now that Paimon thinks about it. Well... It's hard to say. Paimon doesn't have any experience with this sort of thing. But with you around, Paimon sure will do great. After all, you're the most reliable person in the world, aren't you? Huh? Did Did you just pour? Paimon's never seen the.
Don't be frightened. Aw, have you forgotten me already?
Wait, you are.
You're feeling lost now. Consider me. The prophecy.
What?
I believe you have witnessed a failed attempt with your own eyes. Can everything in Tevat so easily be... So just as prophecies are the things that you shall see different...
What is she talking about? It all sounds really...
I believe that you understand, right? Some things are insignificant ultimately. This was good tea, by the way.
The voice.
Aku udahan ka lagi, Cak.
Alright. Hey, it's you who's...
Well, I see I've walked in on some lively banter. Fine, just fine. Not all Fontanians.
Did she have pink hair?
Why, yes, it was Charlotte. I assume I'm in full support.
That's right!
Yes. About what we had discussed before. Huh? Goodness gracious. Are you serious?
She said that even the guy...
The Hexen Circle members are certainly anything but ordinary, but I've never...
Whoa.
Their abilities alone...
Well, it's not like
Yes, she was quite... Perhaps it is some... Traveler.
Oh, we're...
I see. I guess you could consider me someone who has... But even so, perhaps that's what N was trying to... I did originally...
You do have a point.
There I go. It was worth trying to... I suppose that might...
Paimon feels kind of moved by what Mona said. Hey, Traveler. Let's walk around the city, shall we? There's a few spots we always like to walk at.
Iya. Iya sih. Kawan-kawan apa? Aduh. Nggak boleh.
Wow! I can join the team?
Kabar kok. Oke lah. Gue ngantuk aja. Ngantuk gue aja. Anjing. Iya. Apa lagi, Cok? Ya gak apa-apa lagi, Cok.